friends. Welcome to our mathematics program for grade 9. Today we're going to look at the second part of our series of videos on matrices. Right, so we're going to learn how to add matrices and how to subtract matrices. So let's start. Addition of matrices. Matrices can be added only if the matrices have the same order. You know what order of a matrix is now. So the order of a matrix, it's always the rows and the columns, right? Now, to add matrices, we only need to add the corresponding elements, okay? So let's see. We've got an example here. So you have to evaluate part A, 1, 0 plus 3, 4. Part B, 2, 3 minus 8 plus minus 1, 2, 5. Part C, 2 minus 5, 3, 5 plus 2, 0 minus 3, 8. And part D, 1 minus 2, 1 minus 5, 8, 9 plus 0, 8 minus 3, 4, 2 minus 4. Now, how are we going to do it? Well, let's take the first one. Okay, what do we have here? That's a 2 by 1 matrix. And here it's also a 2 by 1 matrix. So the two matrices have the same order. Right, so can we add? Yes, we can. How do we add? We're going to add the corresponding elements. So that will be 1, 3 and 0, 4. So the answer will be 1 plus 3 and 0 plus 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. 0 plus 4 is 4. So the answer is a 2 by 1 matrix with elements 4 and 4. Let's take another one. Right, here you've got 2, 3 minus 8, which is a row matrix. And then minus 1, 2, 5, which is a column matrix. So the order are not the same, right? So this is not possible because the order of both matrices is not the same. What about this one? Well, you've got the first one, it is a 2 by 2 matrix. This one is also a 2 by 2 matrix, right? Now, order is the same for each one. What do we need to do? Well, you just add the corresponding elements. So that will be 2 with the 2 here. Minus 5 will be with 0. 3 has a corresponding element of minus 3. And 5 has a corresponding element of 8. So that will be 2 plus 2 minus 5 plus 0. 3 minus 3 and 5 plus 8, which will give you 4 minus 5, 0, 13, which is the final answer. Let's take another one. Oh, okay. Let's see. So the first one, you have 3 rows and 2 columns. The second matrix, you have 3 rows and 2 columns. So both matrices have the same order. If the two matrices have the same order, it means that we can add the corresponding elements, right? So how do we do it? Well, let's look for the corresponding elements. 1, the corresponding element will be 0. Minus 2, corresponding element will be 8. 1, the corresponding element will be minus 3. 5, that will be 4. 8, corresponding element 2. 9, corresponding element is minus 4. So we just need to add these elements. So that will be 1 plus 0, minus 2 plus 8, 1 minus 3, 5 plus 4, 8 plus 2, 9 plus minus 4, which is 9 minus 4. That will give you as answer 1, 6 minus 2, 9, 10, 5. Right? It's easy. Now, these are a few exercises for you to practice. Evaluate the following where possible, right? Very important. Now, part A, you've got two 2x2 matrices. Part B, you've got a 2x1 and a 1x2 matrices. Part C, that's 3 rows and 1 column, 3 rows and 1 column, 3x1 matrices. Part D, how many rows can you see? Well, 2 rows and 3 columns. So that's 2x3 matrices. Both of them are the same. And part E, 3 rows and 3 columns. So that's 3x3 matrices for this one and 3x3 matrices for that one. Right. Now, how do we subtract matrices? Matrices can be subtracted only if the matrices have the same order. Just like for addition, you can subtract only if the matrices have the same order. And how do we do it? Well, to subtract matrices, we only need to subtract the corresponding elements. Right. How do we do it? Well, let's take an example. Here you are asked to evaluate the given subtraction of matrices. Now, part A, you've got 4, 5 minus 1, 4. Part B, 5, 4 minus 8 minus 2, 3 minus 10. Part C, 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1, 5 minus 3, 7. Part D, 2 minus 2, 5, 4, 6 minus 2 minus 1 minus 5, 2, 4, 2, 3. Okay, let's take one by one. Now, for the part A, we've got how many rows? Well, 2 rows and 1 column. So that's 2x1 here, 2x1 there, same order. Therefore, we can subtract. How do we subtract? Well, we shall subtract the corresponding element. So the 4 here, the corresponding element will be 1. 5, corresponding element will be 4. So how do we do it? It's 4 minus 1, 5 minus 4, that's 3, 1, which is the final answer. Part B, you've got 5, 4 minus 8, which is a row matrix. 2, 3 minus 10, which is a column matrix. Can we subtract? No, we can't. Why? Because the order of the first matrix is not the same as the order of the second matrix. So you cannot subtract. What about this one? Well, you've got a 2x2 matrix here, another 2x2 matrix there. So order for this one is the same as the order for that one, right? So can we subtract? Yes, we can. How do we do it? Well, you will look for the corresponding elements. That's right. So 1 will have as corresponding element 1. 2, the corresponding element will be 5. 3, corresponding element is minus 3. 4, the corresponding element is 7. So that will be 1 minus 1, 2 minus 5, 3 minus minus 3, 4 minus 7, which will give you 1 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus 5, that's minus 3. 3 minus minus 3. Remember, minus and minus is plus. So 3 plus 3 is 6. And 4 minus 7, that will give you minus 3. So this one, this matrix, 0 minus 3, 6 minus 3 is the final answer. Part D. Well, here you have, how many rows can you see? Well, I can see 3 rows and 2 columns. So that will be, the first one is a 3 by 2. The second one is a 3 by 2, right? Order for the first part is the same as the order for the second part. So if the order is the same, can we subtract? Yes, we can. How do we do it? We'll look for the corresponding elements. So that will be 2 and 1 corresponding element. Minus 2, the corresponding element will be minus 5. 5 corresponding element is 2. 4, the corresponding element is 4. 6, the corresponding element is 2. Minus 2, the corresponding element is 3. So that will be 2 minus 1, minus 2 minus negative 5, 5 minus 2, 4 minus 4, 6 minus 2, negative 2 minus 3, which will give you as answer 1, 3, 3, 0, 4, and negative 5, right? So now we have a few exercises for you to practice. Number 1, evaluate the following where possible. Remember, you can subtract matrices if and only if they have the same order. Question 2, given that matrix A is 2, 3, minus 1, 0, matrix B is 1, 3, matrix C is 1, minus 5, 3, 4, and matrix D is 4, 7. Evaluate where possible. A plus B, B minus C, A minus B, B plus D. Number 3, given that matrix A is equal to 1 minus 2, 0, 4, and matrix B is 2, 1, 9, 5, you are asked to evaluate part A plus B, part B, A minus B, part C, B minus A, and part D, B plus A. Then you are asked, what can you say about your answer to parts A and D? And secondly, B and C. Right, these are 3 links where you can get additional information, right, on how to add and subtract matrices. Okay, so we have reached the end of our second video on matrices. We learned together today how to add matrices and how to subtract matrices. We have also worked a few examples for you. So now, what do you need to do? Well, you need to go through your notes, go through the exercises found in your textbook, work them out. You can ask your teacher or your friends for help, okay? So it's time to leave you now. See you in our last video on matrices. Until then, it's goodbye for now.